Good evening. Hope you had a wonderful fifth day of August, Monday. We are in Proverbs, the fifth chapter, to coincide with the date. And it's talking about how, young men are to, connect and to be faithful to their love, their wife of their youth, right? Not to drink water, of other cisterns, but to be faithful and focused. And I tell you, that is something that is so needed in 2019, and it's going to be needed by the time he gets married, to just have single vision. And he said, first verse 19 spoke to him. And I don't have that version. I have the King James version. But it says, let her be as a loving hind and pleasant roe, be thou ravished always with her love. Not the other ladies and girls out here, but be focused and single-minded. And we're listening, and let's pray for him because he got elbowed playing basketball tonight.
All right. So I hear sometimes that like beauty don't last forever. Like, people not gonna like look how they did in their 20s or whatever forever. Like, I guess with age that it just comes down to that, and you gotta understand like, well, I mean you just can't like let your eyes wander just because one thing leaves, because that's not like, I mean you gotta think about like God loves us, whatever. And he don't get like forgetting. He don't get tired of us, so we have to have that same love that God shows to us, and not just like trying to re-up when somebody else looks better. Like, you can't do that.
And I was reading tonight how I'm hearing Layla Rashawn is going to reconcile or work it out with Antoine Fuqua, even though he was locking lips with Nicole Murphy, and supposedly there are other, children outside the marriage. And she has to come to the point where she has peace with God, that her worth is not defined by her husband as far as if he's giving attention to her, because they kept on saying in the media, she was a beauty in the 90s. That's like almost 20 years ago, 2 decades ago. She was this big time actress and her beauty faded. And when we, invest so much in things that fleet, we're disappointed. So all I have to say is make sure that you are being led by the Lord when you go ahead and take these vows, when you're going into courtship, and know that just like you're going to change, she's going to change, but God remains the same. We are in Joshua 18, and I know my son was like, well, what's speaking? What is it about? Well, I reminded him that exactly 3 weeks from tonight, he should be studying, right? He'll be in class, Lord willing, and really being full force back into the studies, taking 17 credit hours. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, launch off, but he'll be in study mode. And there was a verse in Joshua 18 where Joshua asked Israelites, how long are you going to waste time? That's in verse 3, conquering the land. And I had to ask Timotheus this, how long are you going to waste time, Timotheus, playing, what is that, PUBG, and talking to your friends and wasting time? Let's take it to you. Go ahead.
I don't know. So like Joshua had assigned some men of Israel to make observations in the land, and I guess it was really imperative for them to do that because I don't know, I don't know. It's just really hard. Well, for a lot of people, not to procrastinate and stuff like that. I know it's hard for me, but that was when I depended on myself. But if I can ask God, how am I going to ask for God to turn off my phone and stuff like that, then I feel like I'll make more of a change for myself.
And something I would advise you is Psalms 90:12. I know it says, Lord, teach us the number of our days, but Lord, teach us the number of our hours, our minutes, right? So that we're not, because those minutes and hours turn into days and then weeks, and then before you know it, it's a semester, and we're miserable because we haven't accomplished what we wanted. So Joshua gave the Israelites homework, right? He said in verse, I believe 6, he said, go survey the land, write a description, and return it to me, right? So the Lord wants us to do things. He wants us to go and study, to write things down, survey the information that we're getting, and return it to the professor so that we can get the knowledge that we need so that we can do the work that he has given us. All right. Hope you have a great evening. Just numbering our days and applying our heart to wisdom so that we could get God's work done. Have a good evening in the Lord.